Knock, knock. Socy Dark Talks is back. Open the door, and I will tell you. 6 Scariest Ghost Characters in Asian Legend Stories, Part 2. 4. Ubume, demons kidnap children in Japan. There are many reasons for the disappearance of a child, but according to a Japanese legend, children who go missing are mostly captured for their souls by a monster known as Ubume. In the legend, within a gloomy valley hidden among the quiet mountains of Japan, shrouded in fog all year round, the village of Yokai was once the scene of the most terrifying spiritual stories. The legend tells of a woman named Akiko who became one of the most sorrowful spirits, Ubume, after an unimaginable tragedy. Akiko, with her ink-black hair and deep eyes, was once the wife of a renowned samurai. Their life was filled with happiness until a pack of wolves attacked the village, taking the life of her beloved husband and their unborn child. In her dying moments, Akiko made a deal with a demonic spirit to allow her child to live on, in exchange for dedicating her entire lifespan to the demon after successfully giving birth. 8 months later, on the day Akiko was expected to give birth, the demon returned. It seemed Akiko would end her life before seeing her child, but the reality was far more tragic. Even before she could give birth, the baby died in her womb. It turns out that the demonic spirit had to take the life of a child to transcend from this world. As for Akiko's survival, it was because she had been protected by a deity from birth, so the demon could not kill her. Hatred and despair overwhelmed Akiko's soul, turning her into Ubume, the restless spirit of a mother who lost her child. Every full moon night, Akiko, now in the form of Ubume, wanders around the village of Yokai with the cries of a child echoing through the night, terrorizing the villagers. She searches for lost children, capturing them to use their warmth to warm the child she never had the chance to give birth to. The legend of the Ubume monster kidnapping children continues to be passed down to this day. 5. Penangglan, vampires in Malaysia. In the remote villages of Malaysia, where dense foliage thrives and ancient legends still circulate, the story of the Penangglan, one of the most terrifying creatures, continues to haunt the inhabitants to this day. Penangglan, with a beautiful face but a grotesque body, has truly become a nightmare in the folk imagination. Long ago, there was a witch named Socy who fell in love with a young and handsome king. Socy used dark magic to preserve her beauty and youth in the hopes of capturing the king's heart. However, driven by insatiable greed and the desire for eternal power, Socy embarked on a forbidden path, performing a dark ritual that required the sacrifice of another's life. On a full moon night, Socy carried out the ritual, but unfortunately the magic backfired. Instead of becoming immortal, she was cursed to transform into a Penangglan, a bloodthirsty creature that must survive by sucking the blood of others. By day, the Penangglan maintains the appearance of a normal woman, but by night or when startled, its horrifying true form is revealed. A beautiful face atop a body consisting only of a dangling stomach and intestines, with the bare spine connecting to the heart. The Penangglan began to hunt innocent victims, sustaining itself on their blood. The villagers found ways to protect themselves using the thorns of the mengkuang leaves, a plant that Penangglan fears. They also mixed these leaves with alcohol and sprinkled them around their homes, creating a protective barrier against this dreadful creature. The story of Socy and her transformation into Penangglan serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed and meddling with supernatural powers beyond human control. To this day, the image of Penangglan remains etched in the minds of the Malaysian people, like a ghost from the past that never fades. 6. Ma Da, drowning ghosts in Vietnam. According to Vietnamese legend, Ma Da are usually the souls of people who have drowned and could not ascend, hence year by year, they remain at the cold riverbed. Those who swim in desolate waters or in a certain stretch of river 𝐒𝐿𝐴 will emerge from below, pulling at the person's limbs and dragging them under the water. As a result, victims, regardless of their swimming skills, drown. In Vietnamese folklore, in a small fishing village along the poetic Huong River, the story of 𝐒𝐿𝐴 has been passed down from generation to generation as a cautionary tale to those who dare to challenge Mother Nature. The legend begins on a stormy night when a young girl named 𝐿𝐴 disappears beneath the murky waters of the river. 𝐿𝐴, with a soul in love with nature and extraordinary bravery, often went swimming alone in the river, ignoring the village people's warnings about the water ghosts. She believed she was strong enough to face any challenge. But on that fateful night, as the storm hit, 𝐿𝐴 did not return. The villagers searched everywhere for her, but only a white scarf floating on the water's surface remained, the only trace of 𝐿𝐴. The following night, cries of anguish emanated from the river's heart, as if a soul was screaming for liberation. Since then, whenever someone ventures into the waters where 𝐿𝐴 disappeared, they feel a pulling sensation at their feet, as if someone is trying to drag them down. Some recount seeing the silhouette of a girl, with eyes full of sadness, under the moonlight before feeling a strong pull. The villagers believe that it is the ghost of 𝐿𝐴, who became a 𝐒𝐿𝐴 after her tragic death, trapped between the world of the living and the afterlife, always searching for another soul to replace her in the icy depths of the river. Those lucky enough to escape the pull of 𝐒𝐿𝐴 quickly organize rituals to offer incense and pray for the girl's soul. The villagers also perform ceremonies to ask for the body so that other unfortunate victims can be found and properly buried. In Vietnam, 𝐒𝐿𝐴 also appears in many stories and spiritual phenomena. Even in the children's rhyme Bác Kim Thang, there is a story about 𝐒𝐿𝐴 pulling people underwater to reincarnate. They reside in a river, waiting for someone to cross the monkey bridge above. They would cast a spell to make the bridge slippery, causing the person to fall, and then drag them down to take their place. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so you won't miss out any creepy tales and scary adventures in the upcoming videos. This is Socy Dark Talks. Stay curious and embrace the darkness.